Good morning, students. By now, you must have known that the parliament is in charge of making laws. Okay, you know that. You must have known that the parliament is in charge of making laws. You know that parliament is in charge of making laws and parliament make laws. Understanding laws, you will find the answers to questions. And which are the questions? These questions such as, do laws apply to everyone? How do new laws come into being? Could there be laws that are unpopular or controversial? What should we as a citizen do under such circumstances? So go through the notes and understanding important topic which are discussed in this chapter. Do laws apply to all? The law cannot discriminate between person on the basis of their religion, caste or gender. Law cannot discriminate, okay, on the basis of their region, of their religion, of their caste, of their gender, okay. What the rule of law means that is that all laws apply equality to all
Yes,
citizens of the country, and no one can be above the law according to the constitution. No one above the law, no one is above the law, okay, all are equal before the law. Neither a government officer nor a wealthy person nor even the president of the country is above the law, okay. All people equal above the before the law. Any crime or violation of law has a specific punishment as well as a process through which the guilt of the person has to be established. Means there is a process. If any person violate the law, then he have a specific punishment, and for that there is a specific process also. Okay, so here in chapter 4, we are going to learn about understanding laws. You may be familiar with some laws such as that the specify the age of marriage, the age at which a person can vote, and perhaps even the laws deals with buying and selling of property. So these are the laws, and you may have familiar with these laws. Okay, we know that the parliament is in charge of making laws, okay, and who make these laws? Parliament is the making in charge of these laws, okay. And you know that when you will be above 18, then you have a right to cast vote, okay. There is a marriage law also, property law also, okay, and some rules, that safety rules, driving rules also, okay. So these are laws, okay. We have to follow traffic rules, okay. So you are familiar with these laws. So how do new laws come into being, and could there be laws that are unpopular or controversial? Some laws are unpopular laws, some laws are controversial laws, okay, and we will learn about that also. So what should we as a citizen do under such circumstance? So all these questions, okay, we have to discuss in this chapter. Here is given a paragraph. A government official helped his son go into hiding because his son has been given a 10-year jail sentence by a district court for the crime that he has committed. So, do you think that the government officials' action were right? No, it is absolutely wrong. Should his son be exempt from the law just because his father is economically and politically powerful? No, because laws apply equally to all. All people are equal before the law. And so that wealthy people, very powerful people also, they are equal before the law. Even a common person and a president, they are equal before the law. The above is a clear case of the violation of laws. In this story, you learn that there is a clear case of violation of law. They break the laws. Okay. And as you read in Unit 1, that members of the Constituent Assembly were agreed there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independent India. No one can discriminate. Okay. No one can rule others. No one can force others because they were experiences before independence. Because in British era, there all the powers are only British hand, and Indian people only obey their orders. They have to follow their instructions. They have no right to in a decision making process, and so that Indian leaders think that after independence in the constitution there should be equality. All people they they are equal before the law. Okay, so this, and they have to establish democracy. Okay, and in the democracy there should no discrimination. So all these points
Oh God.
they mention in the all these points they mention in the constitution. They therefore institutional serve provision in the constitution that would be established the rule of law. The most important of this was that all persons in independent India are equal before the law. So this is very important point. All people are equal before the law. Okay, no one is superior and no one is inferior. All persons are equal before the law, whether a common person, whether a prime minister or president, all are equal before the law. Okay, that is very important point. The law cannot discriminate between person on the basis of their religion, caste or gender. There should be no discrimination at all. What the rule of law means is that all laws apply equally to all citizens of the country and no one can be above the law. Neither a government officer, nor a wealthy person, nor even the president of the country is above the law. All are equal before the law. No one above the law. Any crime or violation of law has a specific punishment. Okay. As well as a process through which the guilt of the person has to be established. But was it always like this? There is a process, specific process. For any violation of law, there is a specific punishment. And for that, there is a specific process also. In ancient India, there were innumerable and often overlapping local laws. Before constitution, there were innumerable local laws and they are interlapping also. Different communities enjoy different degrees of autonomy and administrating these laws. Before constitution, there were no laws, and so that in different community, there were different laws. Okay, and they have their own laws. Some case, the punishment that two persons receive for the same crime valid depending on their caste background, with lower caste being more harshly penalized, and this slowly began to change in this system of law began to further evolve during the colonial period. Before constitution in ancient period, there was punishment, same punishment for the two person for the same crime. Okay, but Wealthy people have a very low punishment, and low caste background people have very harsh punishment. For the same crime, there was varied punishment. For the upper caste people, they don't have any punishment for the same crime, but lower caste people have very harshly punishment. Okay, so that was the discrimination before colonial rule. But when British government came here, then they established the rule of law. First, they established here equality. Okay, but before that, there were discrimination. High people, okay, or upper caste people, if they break the law, then they don't have punishment. Or if they have punishment, but it was very simple punishment. But a low caste background, if he have any crime, okay, if he break the law, then he have very harsh punishment. So that was inequality. Okay, that was the discrimination in the laws. And so when colonial government established here, then they bring here rule of law, equal equality. It is often believed that it was the British colonists where they introduced the rule of law in India. It was the British. They established here the rule of law. Okay, before British there was no rule of law. When British came here, they established here the rule of law. They established here equality. For the same crime, they give same punishment without any discrimination. Okay, that is called a rule of law. But before that, before colonial government, there were injustice. For the same crime, two people, if one is low background, then he have very harsh punishment. And one, if it is high caste people, then he have very simple punishment. So that was injustice. That was discrimination. Okay. And when British colonial they established, then they introduced the rule of law in India. So two of which include first the colonial law was arbitrary, but here is also some uh, opposition also that historian has disputed this claim on several grounds. Historians they dispute that. They oppose that statements that colonial rules they bring here rule of law, and so that they give two reasons, two of which they are the Indian national first, that the colonial law was arbitrary, and second, that the Indian nationalists played a prominent role in the development of the legal sphere in British India. One example of the arbitraries that continue to exist as per our British law is the Sedition Act of 1870. The idea of sedition was very broadly understood within this act. Any person protesting or criticizing the British government could be arrested without due to trial. So that was the Sedition Act in 1870 that introduced by the British government. According to the act, any person, if he opposes British government, then he can be arrested by the British government without any evidence. So that was the Sedition Act in 1817. So that was also a Injustice Act. Okay. And so that historians said that the British government can't bring here rule of law. So these are the two different sentences, different statements. Indian colonists began protesting and criticizing that arbitrary use of authority by the British. British, they use their powers, okay, and they try to control Indian people. They also began fighting for greater equality and wanted to change the idea of law from a set of rules that they were forced to obey. Law is including idea of justice. So they think that Indian people have to obey their rules, their law. By the end of the 19th century, the Indian legal of professional also began emerging and demanded respect in colonial courts. After that, they introduced court system, civil court and which court? Faujdari court. There were Diwani and Faujdari court. In Diwani court, there they handle financial matters like money, property, all this. And in Fauzdari court, there they handle crime. Okay. So there were two types of different court. Therefore, there were several ways in which Indian played a major role in the evaluation of
Yes.
the rules of law during the colonial period. And for that, Indian people they fight for their right. Okay, and
Hey,
after a,
Anu!
after a long struggle, then Indian people they establish here democracy government. Okay. With the adoption of the constitution, this document served as the foundation on which our representative began making laws for the countries. So, our Indian representative, by casting our vote, we send our representative to the parliament. And in behalf of common people, our representative, they make law in the parliament. Every year, our representative pass several new laws as well as receive existing ones. So they make new laws also. In your class 6 book, you read about the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. According to this new law, sons, daughters, and their mothers can get in equal share of family in the property. So that was the law that Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. So before 2005, there were means girls don't have right in the father's property. Okay, girls or mothers they don't have rights in the father's property. Only sons he have he have a right in their property. But now, after 2005, there was there was a law that was passed, Hindu Succession Amendment 2005. So according to that act, now daughters and mothers also have an equal share in the property. Okay, now daughters and mothers also have equal share in their property. So before 2005, there were no rights. Okay, there were no share in the property. But now daughters and mother also have equal share. Okay, if there are one means two two brothers and two sisters, then property will be distributed equally among these four. Okay, but before 2005, girls were don't have right, and so that property was distributed only two sons, not for that two girls. Okay, but now that act was changed, and in 2005 there was Hindu Succession Amendment 2005. There, girls also have equal share in the property. So that was changed. Now, how do new laws come about? Okay, how do new laws come about? Okay, नए नए जो rules है, laws है, वो कैसे आते हैं? Okay, who make these laws? Anyone can tell me who make laws?
Sir, the parliament.
Yes,
Parliament
the
in the government.
parliament.
Government.
Parliament has an important role in the making laws. There are many ways through which this take place. There are many ways, okay, but parliament, he have authority to make laws. Only parliament can make law. Okay? Why? Because we send our representative in the parliament and behalf of common people, these representative, they discuss there, okay? And they, and only parliament, they make their laws, okay? So I am asking you one question. What was Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005?
Sir, the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005 was in old days there was no right of the daughters and the mothers in the father's property, but now in new laws there is right of mother and daughter also in the father's property.
Okay, very good answer. Good answer, beta.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
can I?
Yes.
So can I?
Yes,
It
beta.
is the law. Sir,
Can I?
it is
Yes,
it
yes, beta. Yes, you can.
it is the law for women. Sir,
हाँ
it is law for women.
Yes,
Like
हेलो
yes, beta.
तो मी अटेंड करता
Yes.
it is, sir, it is law for women, sir. The law of Hindu Succession Act 2005, sir, where mother and daughter is allowed to take be part of father's property.
Okay. Good. So
Sir,
here,
can I?
Can I?
yes,
So, one minute. Let me say. Okay, Naba, you will see. I will.
Before 2005, the law said that only the sons are the successors of his father and have the share in the property. But because of this law, after 2005, the daughters were also included and had a equal share of property, as well as mothers were also included.
okay, very
This
good. Okay.
this give
This act,
this this give the daughter uh, a legal promise that they will be the successor of their father.
okay, very good answer. So now, the role of the citizens is crucial in helping Parliament frame different concerns that people might have into laws, from establishing the need for a new law to its being passed. At every stage of the process, the voice of the citizen, a crucial element. This voice can be heard through TV reports, newspapers, editorials, radio broadcasts, local meetings, all of which help in making the work that Parliament does more accessible and transparent to the people. For any laws, people are very important element. Okay, without people support, Parliament can't make new law. Okay, and if they make a new or injustice law, then people can protest. Okay, you know that now these new laws about Punjab farmers. Okay, And now that Punjab farmers, they are protesting that new laws. Okay. So this is the law that is called controversial laws or unpopular laws. Okay. So these types of laws, so many people they don't want to accept that laws, and so that they try to protest. Okay. And now that Punjab protest on their farmers bill, that is the good example of controversial laws. Okay. So here the parliament has an important role in the making laws. There are many ways through which this take place, and it is often different groups in society that raise the need for a particular law. If a society, if they raise that they need a particular law, then government think about that, and they make new law. Okay. An important role of parliament is to be sensitive to the problems faced by people. Let us read the following story to understand how the issue of domestic violence was brought to the attention of the parliament and the process adopted for this issue to become law. So here is a story. Okay. And that was the story on the base of domestic laws. Okay. So if you have a textbook, then you have to read that. Okay. Only one character will be read their dialogue, and another will be read their dialogues. Yes. Nabhas, read that if you have textbook.
No, sir, I'm not having test book.
Page number 46. If you, okay. Anyone have textbook? Those who have,
Yes, sir, I have.
okay, so
Ayushi.
read that.
I have Aditi.
Read that.
Which one, sir?
Page number 46. There is a story. Okay, that is the. So you have to read that like a act play. Okay.
Okay, sir. Uh, Shahazia, did you read today's newspaper? Isn't it a great day for women?
Hmm. Next student, they have to read next dialogue.
Sir, may I?
Yes, yes.
Sir, is my voice coming?
Yes.
Not just women, violence-free homes will benefit everyone. Kusum, it's taken such a long time to get this law passed. In fact, it began with establishing the need for a new law.
Okay, good.
Kusum and Shazia work for a women organization. They remember the journey of how the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act got passed. Sir, over.
Okay. Then next student
April
Sir,
have,
can I
19.
read?
yes.
Can I
April.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, read beta. Read that.
Sir, can I read?
Yes.
April 1991, a typical day at their office. I need advice. My husband beats me up. I haven't told anyone so far. I feel so ashamed. I can't go on like this anymore. But I have nowhere to go. I am being ill treated to my son and daughter in law. They verbally abuse me. I have no access to my bank accounts. They may even throw me out. I don't want to go to the police. I just want to stop the violence. I just don't want to be thrown out of the house out of the house I am living in. Unfortunately, the existing law is a criminal one and does not offer these options.
Okay. Next student. Next student, read that beta. Anyone can read, huh? read that next dialogue.
No
Sir,
one
can
is
I
reading.
again read? Ayushi,
Sir,
can I
can
again
I
read?
I am,
Anyone
sir,
can
I am reading.
कोई भी
Sir,
पढ़ेगा.
Okay,
I
sir.
am reading.
We have to
I'm
complete
reading
that
this
story.
1990s. Then afterwards, you will read that 1999. Okay.
Hmm.
Throughout the
Kindly, I am reading that.
1990s, Asta,
Yes.
there is again some. You will read that.
You continue, please.
Okay. Thank you. Throughout the 1990s, the need for a new law was raised in different forms. We have heard testimonies of several women. We have seen that women want protection against being beaten, the right to continue living in a shared household and often temporary relief. We need a new civil law to address that issue. Public hearing.
Okay. Next.
Aditi, it's your turn.
Okay. In 1999, Lawyers Collective, a group of lawyers, law students, and activists, after nationwide consultation, took the lead in drafting the violence bill. This draft bill was widely circulated. The definition of domestic violence should include physical, economic, sexual, and verbal emotion abuse.
Okay.
The
Next.
law should okay.
Hmm. Yes.
Continue it, Aditi.
Hmm.
Okay. The law should cover any woman living within a shared domestic space. They should be protected from being evicted from the shared household. What about some monetary relief?
So can I, Chaitanya?
Yes. Yes, beta. Yes.
Meeting were held with different organizations. The movement want to a new law on domestic violence. The government should introduce it in parliament soon. Fine, the bill was introduced in parliament in 2002, but this bill has none of what we have been suggesting. We must oppose the bill it in its present form. Let's have a press conference. We could also start an online petition. Several women's organizations, Nationally Commission for Women, made submission to the Parliament Standing Committee. Estimated members of Parliamentary Standing Committee, the present bill must be changed. We do not agree with the definition of domestic violence being proposed. The law need to provide for temporary custody of children. In December 2002, the Standing Committee submitted its recommendations to the Rajya Sabha, and these were also tabled in the Lok Sabha. The committee's report accepted most of the demands of women's group. Finally, a new bill was reintroduced in Parliament in 2005. After being passed in both houses of Parliament, it was sent to the President for his assent. The Protection of a Woman from Domestic Violence Act came into effect in 2006.
Okay. So here
At a
you
press
know that.
conference in October 2006, what is the new law? This this law is first in recognizing a woman's right to a violence-free home and provides a comprehensive definition of domestic violence. This is a civil law aimed at providing relief to millions of women, including wives, mothers, daughters, and sisters affected by violence in their homes. The press conference continued.
Okay. So in this
Can I
story.
read next one?
Hmm.
May I read next one?
Okay.
Sir, time is over.
Okay. Only 2 minutes are left. So in this story, it is given that how uh, in 2006 Domestic Violence Act is came to effect. Okay. Domestic Violence Act. It is came to effect in 2006. Okay. And here is given a story that you have read. So before that, husband can uh, he can beat their wife. Okay. But now he have to think twice because there is a law according to the 2006 Domestic Violence Act, now husband can't beat to wife. Okay. Uh, we will discuss about that law in next period. Okay. Now we have only 2 minutes. So
Okay,
in
sir.
next period we will finish that lesson.
Yes, sir.
So today I am sending
Okay,
you
sir.
notes that you have to read. Okay. Okay. Bye, beta. Now I am going to.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye,
Take
Bye,
everyone.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Sir. Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye, beta.
sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, beta.
Bye, sir.